It's Friday the 25th of March. Hello everyone. So Gary Newman didn't happen last night. He got postponed because of COVID. Funnily enough, as he's been very public in his posts on Facebook and stuff about the tour, I had a funny feeling this was going to happen. There were some pictures of him masked with his daughters where I thought to myself, someone in his camp apparently got COVID. And so I guess they're going to reschedule it. But it's something I think about, David Nance group. I'm in the David Nance group. And David Nance is going to go out on tour here, not as the group. Excuse me, he's going to go out and back up this singer named Rosalie. And I'm not going on the tour. It was offered to me. I mean, I'm happy to say that it was offered to me, but I'm not really comfortable with the idea of touring right now. And, I was talking to my friend Nick from Icky Blossoms and Indreama last time he stopped by, and Sarah, too, from Icky Blossoms, and we were talking about that. Sarah is on the road now with the band Thick Paint. Well, she was for a while. Now she's back home because she's in college. But the road is hard. There's a romance to it, but it's hard. And Nick and I were agreeing that, the hard part of touring, we don't miss that. I like coming home to my own bed. So much for touring right now. I got a package from Poland yesterday, a CD. Thank you, Richard, I believe, is the name. An Oblique Reference to Zeros, a Fourth Dimension Records compilation. Double CD. I've already listened to this because it landed at a good time. And I already like a lot of this. It's runs it's that outsider sort of approach to music where there's a lot of sound work, there's some drone, there's an industrial sounds, there's other things that are like kind of hard to describe, even maybe kind of folk electronic. I haven't heard from him for a while. I wonder if he's no longer on social media, but Mahler Hayes is on here. And that's someone that I've had contact with in the past. He sent me his music. He's on here. That's good. Scion Orgon is good on here. One of the things that really caught my ear right away was Extended Network. Their track, on this. Thanks for sending this to me. I love stuff like this. I really do. In talking about the last few days about stuff, the response has been great. And again, it just shows me again how we live in our own landscapes of our minds. There is no absolute reality that we live in. And yet a lot of people think we do, but we don't. And what I mean by that is that the way that we experience art and music is so individual and subjective. Some of the things that people have said are dreamy to them. It's like, interesting, because it's like, that's for them, And that's cool, We all don't dream the same, do we? But some artists that were mentioned that I do have, not that I think they're dreamy, but just I have them. I know their music. Stephen Micus, I could use more of his stuff. Twilight feels just wonderful. Yes, this is a very meditative, changing consciousness, slowing down kind of music. I could use more of this. Someone mentioned McDonald and Giles. We just lost Ian McDonald. Rest in peace. Original member of King Crimson, Foreigner, just a great musician. Yeah, this is a cool album, and it is kind of different. It has these parts where it's like you're entering this other world or time space. Someone mentioned Tim Buckley. And you know, I always talk about, oh, I'm not into the words. Don't get me wrong. That's a general statement, okay? You know, I understand artistry, and I don't, you know, and Tim Buckley, what a voice, what a presence. Gone way too soon. Very intense. Very good. Someone mentioned Happy Sad. My favorite is Goodbye and Hello. This is my old copy. It's beat to hell, been played to death. I've had it a long, long time. Yeah. This Mortal Coil covered that song of his. This one is real cool. Lorca, jazzy, kind of out there. But that's in his music. Even his son, Jeff, who strangely passed away too young like his dad, had those elements where it's like they're reaching for ecstasy. They're reaching for something beyond just making a song for you to hear. It's like digging into their souls. This is an interesting album he has. Look at the Fool. And it's interesting that it's on Zappa's Discreet label. And this is his least enjoyable album that I have, but I keep it. I just wanted to mention those. There's probably some other artists people mentioned I have their records, but I don't have them to show you right quick. So I'm going to do some more pulls. I'm probably going to set up out in the other room with my laptop because A through D is all out there. D continues in here. We don't even get to see my A through D when I pull in here. But I'll go up here into the corner. Okay, not looking. Because that's really why it's fun, is not to look. Try to just pull one record and let's see what it is. Oh, hell yes. This is absolutely, I have a lot of history with this album, Dreams. This was my introduction to Billy Cobham, the Brecker Brothers. This I found out through a sampler, and I've got it right here. Those samplers that they would the big labels would put out to get you to buy stuff, to hear stuff. That's how I heard about Dreams. It's on here. Don't make me... Yep, I knew it. Yeah, this was it. This is how I heard it. Because it was like super cheap, and being a poor kid, that was how I could buy a record, was something, either a cutout or something that's a discount. And the edit of New York from this on that was mind-blowing. So when I saved my pennies and I got this, Renee Magritte pastiche, the cover, I love it. This is just an excellent album. And I always thought it was like superior to most of the horn bands, including Chicago. But that's really technically probably not true. Chicago's were highly skilled band. But one of my favorite songs, a couple of my favorite songs are on here. The Marianne, that's one of those songs that makes me get all gauzy and dreamy. That's one of my favorite songs on this album. And then the one after it, Holly Be Home. Both of those songs are perfect for me. I heard them when I was a kid. This came out in 1970 and just caught my attention. I would just trip away when I'd hear these songs. It's one of my favorites of all time. And I've had several copies. I don't have, this is not my original copy from high school. That's been beaten, destroyed, and played to death. A lot of those old records, I don't have the room now, but if I could reclaim, just to do it, if I could reclaim some of my old records, if I could come across them at a Goodwill, where my name is scrawled all over it, I'd buy them just for the nostalgia of being able to look at it and remember. Let's go up, right up here, okay? I got something that's coming out and it's kind of fat. Brigitte Fontaine. Brigitte Fontaine is, love this cover, knew about her, was intrigued by, the French culture to me is intriguing. Like I said, I had French friends in high school, did a lot of sleepovers with them, and very culturally interesting, okay? People say that the French are arrogant, maybe you could say that, but it's just like they just will, I got used to how they are, which is just snap, 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 and this is what's up with me. And parts of Brigitte Fontaine's discography, things that she does, do seem loopy and just crazy and out there and almost like make your skin crawl. But that's part of, to me, of why I like her, is that she's so what she is. And the standout for me, I haven't heard all of her stuff, but the standout for me, and I have it, is the album she made with the Art Ensemble of Chicago. But this is good too. Is it French pop? Was she a pop star? I know she's famous in France. Okay, so we're going to go over right over here. Okay, I'm going to go up here, straight up to a spot I have never pulled from, because I know exactly who's in this spot. I'm not looking, but I'm going to just see which album it let me pull, and it made me destroy. See, that's why I got to get rid of. I got to recover. These sleeves are. Yeah, these sleeves. Some of the Blake sleeves, they're about dead. So up here, over here is the end of Z, and so Zappa. And so I pulled a couple of Zappas. Mother's Just Another Band from LA. Complete love and respect for Zappa's work. A lot of memories with this album, Overnite Sensation. I bet you guys too. A lot of memories from this album. When this came out, I was trying to relocate down to Albuquerque and go to school there, and ended up doing everything but going to school. Had a great time there, though. I did. Folks, I'm going to stop right there. And the only thing I want to say about the war is I am flabbergasted that anyone can find justification for killing innocent people. What is the purpose? What's the outcome? How is this justified? Killing people who are just trying to live. And some so-called leader says, well, there's something I want and you have to die for it. I don't understand that. Do you?